All right, so I saw the new Owl House episode. Well, I saw both of them actually. And just a disclaimer, this will be part one of a two-part series where I basically go over the this episode first and then the next episode. All right? So that's just a little disclaimer for you. And with all that being said, uh here's the intro. All right. So, first up, let's talk about Ida's Requiem, the episode that is part one. So I saw this episode, and let me just say, this episode was an emotional roller coaster. And I mean, like, more than the other ones. Like, when I saw this episode, first off, it's an Ida kind of centered episode. Luce and King are in there too. But, it's kind of more Ida centered, so I already liked it. And then when I found out that Ida had a friend, which is a new character, called Rain, and you know, I think this, but apparently they used to be a thing. Well, I mean, it doesn't technically tell you they're a thing, but it's implied. And so that's an added layer of their relationship. And so when I saw the episode, I had questions. All right, number one, who is Rain? And number two, is he gonna be a character that I'm gonna have to look out for? The answer to both those questions is a huge and resounding yes. Like, seriously, I saw this episode, and apparently the bards against the I forgot what the last T is for, but Bat is basically their group of bards that goes against the Empire. Or not, sorry, I was thinking of Star Wars, my mistake. Sorry, that goes against the Emperor Bellows. And Ida joins, but it's not for that long. But Ida joins. And she like goes on these adventures with the said bats. And they bond, and we get to learn a little bit more about Rain and Ida's backstory and how they were very close. One might even say that they were an item, but that's just speculation. And we get to learn more about that. And so while we're learning about that, we cut over to Luce and King. And meanwhile, King, he's trying to find his dad. So King is trying to find his dad, and Ida, in the beginning of the episode, notices that there's a thing called the Grand Prix. And the winner of said Prix will not only get the fame and the trophy, but also get their message broadcasted to like millions of people on the Boiling Isles. Luce and King see this as, hey, maybe if we win this thing, we can get your dad to watch. And so they do, and well, they don't win, they compete, but they end up getting 5th place. But Ida, she gets the video and starts recording anyway. And King just has the most adorable message for his dad. It's crazy. I guarantee you. I suggest you watch the episode. And spoiler warning. I know what I just said was a huge spoiler, but this is serious. Spoiler warning. King technically becomes Ida's adopted child. or second adopted child. What I mean by that is he pulls out a paper that he's been trying to show Ida all day, and it's like an adoption paper changing his last name to King Clawthorne, basically making him Ida's adopted son. And when I first saw this, I was like, what? I was confused, shocked, surprised, all of those wrapped into one. But ultimately, it was just the most adorable way to like end that whole thing. And all in all, this episode was amazing. This is just part 1. So check out part 2 when I'm done making it. And I'll talk about the newest episode of The Owl House. Here's a little hint for you. It's Hootie centered. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.